Well, my students made a poo today. A simulation. So what we did, and this is brought to you by Curious Marineland, and let me show you the handout that we used to do this exercise. And it's right here. So first, it's a simulation and with some household ingredients and something to break down and digest. And how do we get there? How do we demonstrate what's going in from mouth to anus, one huge tube, the alimentary canal, what's going on here? So this is what's going to happen is this is my intro part to this video, and then I'm going to show you some like 5 videos, like 30 seconds each, of my students actually going through the whole progression. So if you're an anatomy student, this is, or this is something for you to review. If there's a teacher, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give you a second. I'm going to pause the video here for the directions. There's the picture. Those are the ingredients. Sorry, here's the directions. Let me get me out of the way. Just pause the video. And one of the things you can do is you can there's pause there, and there's if you want to do follow-up questions. This goes with the pictures. I'm going to try and attach it. If I can't, I'll you can email me. I'll send it to you. I'm going to put it on one of the Facebook pages. You can attach the files. So and it goes into a couple more details. So these are good questions you can ask the students. So let me go back up to here. Now, first off, I don't do 2 setups, so it looks like that. I have this for the sake of the picture. So what happens is they start here, and then when they take this bag off, they're going to put this on. So my students each get one of these. So what is that? And here's like the bottom picture here. Here's the stomach in this case. This is the large intestines, the mortar and pestle that you'll use, clamps to represent pyloric sphincter or cardiac sphincter. You can use some tape. So if we go up here, so first, this is the mouth, and let me show you some of the other ingredients. All right, so I've got, first thing is you're going to mash it up, you're going to macerate it, and then you're going to add some water and you're going to dump it down that tube. Then you're going to add vinegar. Now the directions say lemon juice, I use the vinegar, some kind of acid. I even had them check the pH before, and we also have some soap. That's going to emulsify, so imagine bile from the being stored in the gallbladder, released from the liver. And then here's where it gets a little different. So if I go back to the picture, so they've done this. Now, well, one of the things that you can challenge the students to think about is where you're going to raise the pH when you go from the stomach to the duodenum, the first part of the small intestine. It doesn't go in this tube. That way, and you'll see in the video where we make a correction where the students try to pour it down there. I'm like, no, you got to open this bag here, and then that's where you add the baking soda, which is going to sodium bicarbonate released by the pancreas. So one of the accessory organs. It's not part of the alimentary canal. It's a tube that connects, just the same way the liver will do that. So that's going to happen there. So what happens is I have the students take this bag off, add the sodium bicarbonate, and then while they're doing that, they trade off the tube and switch to here. Now these contents, so there's a certain part where the bag represents the stomach, but then it's also going to represent the duodenum, and then we dump those in there, and you'll see that in the video, and it runs down, and this is why you need a tray to collect all the excess water, because as what is not absorbed is going to end down here. Here's the large intestines. We use a stocking because water's coming out of there into the tray. That's going to be picked up by the lymphatic system. It's going to be picked up by the circulatory system, and we're assuming the nutrients have also been absorbed through the mesenteric veins and arteries and the hepatic portal system. Those are all things you can review with your students. So that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop now. The video, this is like 5 minutes, so we're going to see another 2 minutes of like 30-second videos where my students doing this exercise and creating a dog poop. All right, thanks for watching, and watch the student videos coming next.
That is not what I want.
All right, so what did you guys do here?
We mushed up the dog biscuit and then added water and then poured that nasty concoction into this.
All right, so we're here, and at this point, what is this representing?
The mouth.
Mouth, and then this. Esophagus going all the way down to
The stomach and small intestine.
stomach, small intestines. So I'm going to do a bunch of short 30-second videos. So we'll come back. What are you going to do next?
Next, we check this beautiful thing. I don't know, where are we at?
So we're going to add
meat tenderizer and vinegar.
All right, the vinegar is going to represent the acid, so you're in the stomach. This part of this simulation has some things later on. This is going to be the stomach, and also later the first part of the small intestines.
Sarah, are you guys getting the meat tenderizer?
Wait for the next. So, action. So here, what are you doing? Go ahead.
I'm afraid it's going slow.
Right. No, wait. Why don't you mix that together? So what's in the cup?
We have meat tenderizer and vinegar.
Okay.
Which is the stomach acid.
Right. Now, the error that was about to happen was pouring it down here. That's not where it goes. Stop.
Put it in the bag.
This is the mouth. This is the stomach. The acid does not go down your esophagus. It's produced in the stomach. So that's why he's going to open up the bag and add this here, which is representing the beginning of the digestion, or the continuation of the digestion. It starts in the mouth with salivary amylase, but now that they're adding it, so the acid is going to be coming from the stomach. It's triggered to be produced when the food goes past the cardiac valve into the stomach, or the bolus moves down. So now he's going to just close it up and start mixing up. My hands and now his hands is actually the smooth muscle that's going to be churning and mixing together in the stomach. So what's going to happen next is we're going to go to the small intestines, but we got to add something to make sure we raise the pH. Before we do this, we're going to check the pH level. All right, so we've just added baking soda, and the whole idea is to raise the pH. So he's going to be mixing it in there a little more.
Oh, do 10 and 10.
And then let's get that mixed going in there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, it's not that exciting. All right, now, how this differs a little. So the baking soda is coming from the pancreas, so the sodium bicarbonate. This is going to be raising the pH. So we're assuming this bag that was the stomach is now pretty much the duodenum. And then now we're going to go and pour it down the funnel. Now, that's the part that's different, is this really should be attached here, but we were just disabled at the time. So you got a lot of baking soda there. So let's go ahead and try and dump it in.
Can we check the pH first?
Alright, what we're going to do now is check the pH, and then we're going to go ahead and dump this. I'll come back. Alright, so now we're going to...
Not ready yet.
While they're doing that, so this group already poured theirs, and looks like we got a little accident over there. Alright, so at this point we're assuming that the bag is now the duodenum, and this is going to be the rest of the small intestines, which is this tube here. This is where now you can see it all draining down, and now we're at the stocking represents the large intestines, which is going to end right down there with...
Look at you two on the outside.
So now the liquid should be coming out. The liquid's coming out. There we go. That's kind of, now let's assume we're down here in the rectum, and that's where the feces is going to come out. So all this liquid is getting reabsorbed into the lymphatic system, the circulatory system.
Oh no way.
So we'll let that go a little second, and then this, which represents the external anal sphincter, then they're going to see. So all this liquid here, that's being reabsorbed. If your stool has all that liquid in, then you've got diarrhea, and that's probably not a good thing. So we'll be back shortly. Now, before he squeezes, so you see all this liquid collecting here. If we take it out now, he's going to have to go and churn the smooth muscle that's churning, moving the fecal material. It started as bolus, chyme, and now it's all that's been digested. This is the undigested stuff that you evacuate. So he's going to get rid of the water, and then we're going to push it out.
Alright, now we gotta pour it.
Oh, great. You are such a trooper.
Okay, so let's open the anal sphincter.
Is that like enough water that we got rid of? I feel like it's not.
Yeah, let's, alright, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, you have to push it out, man.
Okay.
Oh. That's definitely diarrhea that we just had. This person's not having a good day.
Yeah.
I think I should have squeezed more water out.
So, yes, so we'll get a couple other shots of other poo and compare. We're live. So, the other video had kind of, they didn't get rid of the water, but your poo looks kind of solid.
Yes. It's very solid.
All right, so here's your apparatus there. So what you're holding is the large intestines, and actually you're holding the rectum at the end, and then this represented the external anal sphincter. All right, solid poo. And here's another one. So.